We were going for a picnic in the woods. I was carrying the basket and the blanket, and Mark was ahead trying to find us somewhere to sit. When we eventually got to an open space, I dropped the bags and I started to place the blanket. I wanted to make it look perfect because I planned it for our anniversary, so I wanted to surprise him because Mark didn't know. I had planned for the kids to go to their friends' houses, and I'd cleaned the house the day before, so I only had a few things left to do in the morning. Once I had placed the blanket, Mark sat on it, getting himself comfortable. And he put his things in a pile on the blanket, and that was a bit annoying because there wasn't really a lot of room to start off with, but so I started to lay the food out, and Mark was just on his phone, texting people. He did that a lot. So I just sat waiting for him to come back, and I made him all his favourite picnic food. And his phone rang. And he answered it and then walked off. So I just sat waiting for him. And whilst I was waiting, my attention was caught by his camera. And I'm not usually one for looking at other people's things, but I don't know. I was just really intrigued. So I picked it up and I turned it on, and I went on his gallery. I dropped the camera. And he came back not long after, and he just tucked into his food, so I did the same. And when we were finished, we just sat there. He was messaging people. It was quite annoying when he did this, because he never seemed to put his phone down. Even when we were eating lunch, he'd have the phone in his hand and the other he'd be shoveling down food, so. It was cold. I had worn my warmest clothes, and this didn't stop the chill I felt from the wind. And Mark had taken off his scarf, so I asked him if he was okay with me using it, and he said it was okay as long as I didn't get it dirty. So I picked it up and I wrapped it around my neck, and I took it off and I placed it back, and he looked at me, confused when I did this. But I just said I no longer needed it, and he just shrugged and looked back at his phone. And next thing I know, he's on the floor. He deserved it, That cheating son of a... Yeah, he'd been cheating on me. can't believe I didn't see it sooner. All the signs were there. We never seemed to have enough money, yet he always managed to be dressed in a nice suit. And he said it was for work, but God. Oh, how stupid I was for believing him. And the car. God, that stupid car. Oh. Despite him saying he didn't have a very good job, with very good pay, he still managed to have a really posh car. Yeah, he's really protective over it. He once hit our son for getting crumbs on the seat. He hit an 8-year-old for getting crumbs on the seat. Like crumbs I could have easily got out with a vacuum. I bet he had a good job, a good pay. Yeah, he controlled the money, so I bet he had a different account so that I wouldn't find out. Just all those late nights travelling for work, they must have been a lie. He left me. He left his wife to cook, to clean, and to look after the kids while he went around with some other woman. I just always tried to make sure everything was perfect. We got married at a young age. He got me pregnant. And even despite this, I loved him, and I thought he felt the same. I should have noticed the signs sooner. I mean, he didn't pay me any, special attention. I had to practically beg him to go on this picnic with me. He deserved it, He deserved everything that came to him. And I would do it all over again if I had the chance. What I saw at the picnic was the final straw. For everything he put me through. And the kids. It was his last chance to prove to me that he wasn't a bad man, Just to prove me wrong. And once was not enough for him, so I did it again. And again. And then I left him on his own. Because he needed to know that it was his actions that brought him there. And I tell you, the sense of freedom I felt afterwards was amazing.